This is pretty amazing. We are halfway through March, but a lot is left in a month because we get most of the stuff in the latter part. However, we have some big recognitions tonight because we just wrapped up Star Consultant yesterday. Star Consultant. So if you are a Star Consultant, would you give a wave? Star Consultants, give a wave. Becky, Peggy, of course, all the directors. Patty, I know finished Star. I know Sherry did. So congratulations. It's a big deal. Star
Lisa did.
Consultant is a decision that once you make it, you never go back. And I know all of us have like a million points because we get to accumulate those points and we buy stuff that we normally would not buy for ourselves. I've gotten pot sets and steamers and all the things, and I still have over 100,000 points. So get excited. So, but a great thing about it is today is also a brand new day and the start of the last quarter of our seminar year. So if by some chance you missed Star Consultant, I want you to really commit to say, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get this done. There is no reason why you shouldn't because we have all the amazing opportunities in front of us. So congratulations again, Star Consultants. If you maxed out double credit, if you maxed up double credit, I want you to do your pom poms. Anybody? Becky, directors, I know you all did it. So Becky and Lisa, did you also max out? All right, that's awesome, guys. You're so much closer to either National Court of Sales or Princess Court, or you might be just tracking your unit sales. And that's a big deal. And that's a big, a gift that the company gives us every so often. We never know. So whenever they do it, I just take advantage of it. So congratulations for everyone who did any type of order because what your order did, it also helped your director, our unit, get always also double our unit production. So thank you for every person who did an order in the first 15 days. So if you did any order, give yourself a round of applause or do your pom poms. Everybody, yay! That's awesome.
Hey, can I crow for my unit?
Of course. Who's saying that?
Linda,
Linda, yes.
because we maxed out our unit double credit.
That is amazing, Linda.
That's right. It only happens with everybody working together.
That is really good. We almost got there, but you are the winner tonight. And I'm sure Judy probably maxed out too. So Judy is like, I don't know, but I bet Judy did because she has a large unit. So congratulations, Linda. That is pretty amazing. Just remember, we have the Rise and Radiate, so you have until the end of the month to get your order in to be counted. And if you were at Career Conference, you all saw that beautiful purse. So how many of you, just by show of hands, are on target to receive one of the either standing recognition, the sash, or the purse at seminar? Show me who you are. Okay, Peggy, Becky, who else? Okay,
Lisa.
Lisa,
Jenny.
of course, Lisa. You're in that background that makes me think I want to go to the beach. So, like vacation mode. So, congratulations, ladies. And if you are going to receive that purse, if you were at some correct conference, they had the actual purse that we took pictures with, and it was a really pretty purse. So, if you're almost there, do not stop, do not quit, keep going, get it done, get it done. So, that is it for, let's see. Oh, we have half of a month left for your $10 for the most amazing opportunity ever. Ladies, $10. Everybody has $10 to spend in getting a business started. With a new e-start, it's really something for nothing if somebody wants to come in and do it at level. Because you know what? They can. And if somebody wants to come in and do it to earn a car or earn, $500 a month, they can do that. I love that this business gives us small goals, medium goals, and large goals. And we grow into all of those, but we all start at the very beginning with a starter kit or with an e-start. So get excited. Okay, we're going into recognition for weekly sales. And I want to say congratulations to everybody who took the time to put in your weekly accomplishment sheet because that is a big deal. That is, you are you are being a business person and you are taking your business seriously and you are tracking. So I'm going to say Jenny, Peggy, Michelle, Kimberly, Stephanie, Lisa, Marianne, Laura and Jean, all of you submitted a weekly accomplishment sheet. And when I looked at all the directors, all the units were represented here. So everybody's unit members did that. So that is really amazing. Thank you. Thank you. And now we're going to go into the top weeks. We had two consultants who did over 300. And that was Jenny and Peggy. But I want to brag a little bit with my consultant, Sherry. You guys know she is always putting her numbers in. She's always in the top. She sent me a text and said, Centra, I did not submit my points because my son is in the hospital in Charlotte. He has tube aneurysm and he's been in ICU. And so just say a prayer for her. But she reached out to me to say, I am not at a meeting tonight because this is where I'm at. So anyway, I just wanted to brag with her because even in the midst of it, she found the time to shoot me a text, and that's what we do, right? We can let the directors, let your recruiter know when you're not going to be able to be in. So Jenny, I'll have Jenny and Peggy unmute themselves and talk a bit. Peggy had $310 in sales, so congratulations, Peggy. And Jenny, you had $331. I want to say Kimberly and Michelle, you all were so close to 300. I want to challenge you the next week to get to 300 because we know that's a magic number to be able to really have everything in Mary Kay is minimum 300 in sales. So, Peggy, we'll start with you. Would you unmute yourself and give us any information, any tidbits, nuggets that you did this last week? And you need to unmute, Peggy.
I think it's just consistency, Centra. Just um, keep doing what you know to do. Call your people, book, hold classes, hold facials. Just keep doing it. Just repeat.
Awesome.
Do it and repeat.
Yes, I love that, Peggy. Thank you for sharing. You're so
Peggy,
beautiful.
Peggy also has a new team member.
Yay, Peggy! Congratulations. That is
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you. We're
Okay.
working on that, Judy.
No.
Okay, we are going to go to also Jenny. Jenny, beautiful lady in pink. Let's hear your tidbits or your nuggets.
Mine was reorders. So I have been working really hard at the 300 a week, trying to stay consistent with at least 300, but still trying to do income producing activities. So I did get out there this last weekend and have some follow-ups to do. So
Love that, Jenny. Consistency is the key. So let's give her some recognition. That's awesome. And a shout out to Michelle. Michelle just texted me today and said she also got a new personal recruit. So congratulations, Michelle. Way to go. I know next week we're gonna have so many new people on. It's gonna be crazy. I have a new person, Raina, and Raina, give a wave. She's one of my new team members in tonight. So thank you all so much.
Centra,
Yes.
hi, it's Lisa. I
Hey,
wasn't
Lisa.
sure if she was introduced yet or not, but I got a new consultant today and she's here and her name is Barb. So
Barb, yes.
congratulations to Barb.
All right, Barb. We talked to her earlier. She was in
Oh,
the
good.
VIP earlier group. So welcome, Barb and Raina. Do we have any other new person on tonight that we need to just do a shout out to? Okay, Barb and Raina are the ones. So thank you for being here. I hope you all have a fabulous time because we're going to go into training, and our training is a little different tonight because if you attended career conference, oh my word, it was over the top. It was well needed. And I want to do a shout out before she even talks. Becky Osborne, she was in the top 10 at our career conference in consultant sale. That is a big deal. So way to go, girlfriend. That is amazing. And you'll be hearing from every consultant who was there. And of course, Becky, you get a little extra time because you were in the top 10. And then Jessica and I will go and share our tidbits. So we're going to start with, I'm just going to call your name. Michelle, I'm going to get started with you, girl. What are your highlights from career conference?
Oh man, it was so good. I heard it over and over and over. Don't quit. Whatever you do, don't quit. And I mean, I've heard that a million times, but this time it was really after the few months I've had of wanting to quit, it was kind of a wake-up call. So that was the biggest thing is don't quit.
Awesome. That was definitely repeated quite a few times. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, is Kim, if Kimberly is on, I do not see her. We will circle back to her. Um, Other than Becky, Becky, did you have any of your team members that went with you? Or Judy, do you have any others that on screen?
So was there for
Okay.
career conference.
Okay. If you went to career conference, just start telling us what were your highlights. And Becky, I'll let you go last and then the directors. So Stacia, take it away.
Hey, I went to Denver Career Conference and it was so fun. Sorry, I lost my voice for part of it. Um, I think the thing that I took away from it was 30 faces every single month. Every single month, that's what's gonna get you places. And I had the fun experience also. I guess I don't know where I've been, but I had no idea that we had a national sales director that was a male. And I was a little skeptical when he got on stage. And I have to tell you, he was the most amazing speaker. He was so much fun. And I think I learned the most from him. His name was Angel Guerra. Guerra. And I took the most notes on him because he was so stinking cute. Um, and the one thing I really did take away from him is he joined Mary Kay when he didn't have enough money to join Mary Kay. And so he joined it because he was broke. That was his very first thing. And he went to his first Mary Kay meeting and they were singing the Mary Kay enthusiasm song, and he just about walked out because he was like, this is not for me. And then he left there and he found out he had lost his job. And so he turned around and walked right back in and he said, "What do I have to do?"
Mhm.
And his director told him what he had to do, and he did it. And he became a red jacket after 1 month. He became I don't know what he did for the second month. The third month, he earned his car. He earned his car after his third month. And by his sixth month, he was DIQ. And 12 months in, he had his Cadillac.
Mhm.
And so the one thing that he did say that really stuck with me is if you have big dreams, you have to expect obstacles. So, and the hardest part is to believe.
Wow. You said it so well, friend, because that's exactly what I had down in my notes. He was my inspiration. So what you shared was right on and way to go. Thank you for investing in your time. So let's give it up to Stacia. Okay. Anybody else before we get to Becky?
Ooh,
Okay.
can
Okay.
I say one more thing?
Of course.
So, Becky and I and Marilyn Bell were there from our unit, from Judy Roman's unit, and we had the little bling badge with the Cadillac unit on it. And we were like, are we gonna walk through by ourselves? And what do we do? And I had one of the best moments of Mary Kay Go Give because there was a director sitting next to us and she said, "You're coming with us." And so she was one of the directors that was like up there for everything. And yet she handed us a little headband with bows on it. And she just didn't even hesitate to let us walk across the stage with her, which was such a fun moment for us.
Yes, I love that. Thanks again. Way to go. All righty. Did you say Marianne also win? No.
Maryland's not on.
Okay.
Oh, Marilyn Bell. Yeah, she's
Okay.
not here.
Sorry, Marilyn. Okay. Becky, I guess it's your turn, girl.
Well, just everything that Stacia just said. So Judy told me to keep it short and sweet. No, just kidding. Judy. But my favorite thing was being number 8. Obviously, I got my little sash on. Got my little. This says it's a makeup bag. This is a purse. This thing is huge. Stacia says makeup. It's got light in it. So Mary Kay just loves recognition, and I love recognition as well. So that was my highlight. But and it was my highlight because it was a reward
Awesome.
for my work. But I learned never, ever, ever, ever quit. That was the one thing I heard. And everything Stacia said about Angel. And then he did say the one thing that really stuck out: every month, change your status. Every month, change your status. You can always go to the next step. And he said, do it every month. I thought that was pretty cool.
Thank you, Becky. That's great. Jessica and I have very little to share because the consultant took a lot of it. However, I will add, we had some great director classes, and I will say, ladies, when you go to this event, I know we get reminded, but there is no other company like Mary Kay. There isn't. There are so many people that are lonely and don't feel love, and we have this group that we're family everywhere we go. It's like a big reunion. We get new friends. We embrace the ones we know. It's like I mean, it's just amazing time. I mean, I hadn't seen Jessica for a while, so it was just lovely to see her. And it was an amazing time to be together. I love Angel, what he said, all the part about never giving up. But one of the things, sometimes we look at people who have achieved a lot of things and we think, oh my gosh, they're different. They are lucky, things just happen to them. And I got to tell you, I learned a long time ago in Mary Kay that we get paid according to the way we think. And that's really the big difference in people who achieve big things and who doesn't. As one of the consultants said, the belief is sometimes the hardest thing. The belief is the war. And that's why we get to be mentored by these amazing leaders. I mean, I feel so privileged that I've been part of Mary Kay for 35 years, and I feel like the best is yet to come. And they were playing that song, "The Best Is Yet to Come." Like, oh my goodness, that is like my thing. The best is yet to come. And I love that we can talk about our faith, our family, and our career because that's our priorities. I love that Angel talk about the obstacles that he went through because here he came to the US, did not speak English, and I was impressed that he did his entire training in English. And I had to be impressed with that. And talking about how many doors, specifically, he took a consultant who was very excited to start up a new business. And when they got to the door, the husband slammed it and said, I'm sorry, but you're a man and you're not going to come in here. And then, in the Mary Kay director world, we love our consultants. And he was texting one of his consultants because he was so excited. And the husband got on the phone and said, you better never text my wife again. I just got out of jail and I am going to shoot you. Right? And I'm thinking, and we think we have problems. And the man did not quit because he had a vision. He knew this business work. And I love when people come into Mary Kay who maybe did not meet Mary Kay like the directors on the screen and have fully embraced where we are and what we stand for. And I really feel like he did that so eloquently. My big takeaway also was from the top directors. I felt like they spoke about their affirmations. The number 3 director, she was from Ohio, and I cannot think of her name. What she said is, and she was a resistant, she was a hippie, she didn't want to do this business, but somehow She does this business. She was hilarious. She was this tiny lady. She was 74 and a half, she is in the 70s, and she was the only one who was on target for triple star. I mean, yeah, that makes me want to work a little faster, and I hope it does you too. But she was talking about how she made a jingle of her goals. I mean, you got to do whatever it takes, but she talked about what we say to the brain. What are we saying to ourselves? And y'all know I'm big about the mental way the mental attitude we have and the vibration and what we think about, we bring about. This is huge part in the business is to be able to live out that and affirm already where you're going in present tense. So she made that jingle and she said, I'm not going to sing it to you, but it was all about, being a top performer, and she did that. And then sweet Nikki McDaniel from South Dakota, she's so tiny and sweet. She talked about her mom, Diana, gosh, what is Nikki's
Underwood.
Underwood. And she talked about when her mom would pick her up, she'd be singing about how she'll be, NSD and all the goals. And her friends would say, is this what happens in your house? I mean, like, yeah, my mom is so happy. And I got to tell you, ladies, we have this ability to not only touch our kids, but for generations. And what about if you become that light that you inspire not only your kids and grandkids, but their children? That's the power we have by our thinking in how we put ourselves out there. And I hope that every one of you and everyone in the, who didn't go to career conference, really take it upon you for the next 4 months to do whatever it takes and set a big, hairy, audacious goal to do something that maybe you haven't done before. So anyway, lots of things, but I just love, you all know my blood run pink. So Jessica, take it away. I hope I didn't shared everything.
You did. You took everything I wanted to say. No, just kidding. And I got sweet little Gracie girl here. She's asleep in my arms now, but her shirt says future pink Cadillac sales, future pink Cadillac driving, something like that. It's so cute. I had to have her as my special guest tonight. But yeah, it was so like everything that everyone just said. I was like, oh, you guys took mine. But yeah, Angel just kept talking about overcoming obstacles, and like, we hear a lot of times like, oh, I have this going on, or I had this, or I had like, something like, everyone has had something bad, or going to, what do they say, women are either about to go into a crisis, just came out of a crisis, or any of those things. And it's like he just overcame everything, and it really showed that it's our mindset. Like everyone the whole time just talked about, I mean, Centra just said this, but just mindset and mindset and mindset. And it's like whatever we can believe, we can achieve. So it's, a lot of the training, especially in the director classes, it wasn't like, okay, here's how to book and sell and share. It was all about that mindset. And then for those of you who have team members, he said, Angel said in our director class, if you have team members on your team that are not working, good. That means that you have more time to work your personal business. He's like, good, you don't want to work with them anyways. And you keep going, doing your own personal business. So if you guys have team members that are like, gosh, I wish my team members were working. He's like, that gives you more time to work your own business. So I thought that was good too. And you don't need to know everything in Mary Kay. That's why we have all of us around us. Like you don't have to be good at every single thing that there ever was. Just find what your strength is and run with it and just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And then we have each other. If we're like, gosh, I don't know that, let me ask this person. And so we can call on others. But yeah, it was just all about finding new people, seeing who we can touch, who we can share this business with, who can we create like a vision with, and just really creating that vision, overcoming obstacles, and just not quitting. So everything that everyone said too. But one other thing, yeah, ditto to everything everyone said. Stacia, you really got it down with Angel's speech. It was like, yep, that's exactly what he said. But something new that you guys didn't all say was the My Shop. I was a little hesitant about My Shop because I'm like, well, I have all this inventory and I really want to sell my inventory and I want to make sure that I promote I have my inventory, so I want my customers to order from me. But they talked about so much training about the My Shop that, now we can say like back in the day, I used to do this, this, and this. When someone goes onto the My Shop website, it gives them product recommendations. It tells them what is good for them. It's very sharp. It's sleek. They can place their order, get their order faster than we can even process it. And I was just thinking, and they were talking about, I grab the products from my shelf, I put it in a bubble mailer, I stick a label on it, I drop it off at the post office, and there's all these little steps that happen, and we don't even have to do that anymore. Someone could go onto your website, place their order, it ships to them faster than you even thought about going to the post office. And they were just talking about, we just really need to be promoting the My Shop to all of our customers. And so our customer reorders can go through the My Shop, and then people, when we're meeting in person with them at a party, that's the products that we give them directly. You're sitting with someone, you're like, here, you need a repair set? Here you go, I have it right here. Or someone needs a mascara tonight, you can give them their mascara. So you still have your great inventory for that customer service, but people who need reorders, they're just really taking advantage of that My Shop. And just they're talking about how seamless that people want to be able to click and shop right away. So real quick, they said to add your link onto everything. So I just went last night and just did it all. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't have it. So go to your Facebook and add, you can say shop here and then add your link into your Facebook profile. Go to your Instagram. If you have Instagram, add shop here on your Instagram profile. And I haven't done the rest of this yet, but every time you post something in the comments, put shop here, just have your website everywhere in all the different things, in email communication and text and your signature of your email. You're just emailing someone random about, a question you have to HR or something, you have your email, your shop here. And then you're like, oh, that's right there. So really start promoting that My Shop because it's so seamless for us, and we can just have orders come in really just while we're sleeping, and it goes right into our bank account and we don't even have to do anything. So a lot of talk about My Shop. Becky, did you have a question?
I do have a question. Don't forget LinkedIn. I added mine to my LinkedIn, which I don't do much on there, but so we just keep our website, right? I saw something popping up on the screen and it said My Shop and then / like Becky Osborne. We just use our old website address, right?
Yeah, once you set up your My Shop, it'll populate what your My Shop link is. And if you already had a website, it's that same link, but it has to you have to set it up through the system.
Right, which it is, but I just saw that and I thought, wait a minute, did I do it wrong? Okay.
I know, I thought that too. Like, oh no. But yeah, if you guys go to the My Shop, I had some consultants just go and double check, make sure it says active under My Shop, because then you'll know everything's all set up by it. But just start putting it everywhere you can. So yeah, that was my takeaways.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, consultants. You all did a phenomenal job. And I really want to say the company did a phenomenal job on the My Shop. I mean, it really was great. And I want to, before we get to our rooms, I want to say when you go to a Mary Kay event, I know a lot of things have changed. Um, but there is a difference when you a professional with a skirt or a suit, a dress. That's just when you're on stage, it makes a big difference. And my unit know how I feel about that. You don't have to do anything, but I think you do stand apart when you are what Mary Kay asked us to do. So I know there's other conference coming up in different areas, and I would highly recommend that. We do it the way that it was always done. And when you're doing your business outside the Mary Kay arenas and all that, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I think it just looks classy. Anyway, Donna, do your thing. Oh, directors, do you want to add anything before we go to our separate rooms?
I will just say that next week, several of us will be going to Kansas City to the spring conference that National Sales Director Jill Davis is going to have. So we'll be giving our takeaways next week on that one. So Linda, did you have anything that you needed to add?
No, we'll want our consultants this next weekend to be highlighting their notes as they go of what they want to share that they haven't heard. And Centra, thank you for your comment on professionalism.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to open up the breakout rooms, and directors, stay until all of your people are in their rooms. And you guys can head over there now. Judy Roman's unit will stay right here in this room. So we'll see you in the rooms.
Sandra, can you